Hello, friends. Good evening. After a long time, I will say there was a very long gap. We are once again live. Uh, Today is Sunday, as promised. I'm here to talk with all of you. आप लोग सबसे बात करने के लिए face to face with one more topic related to your career growth. Hello, everyone. My name is Ritiman Chakravarti. I'm an author and an executive coach, and I like to work with career-oriented people, helping them with tips and techniques using which they'll be able to grow in the career faster. So I hope you have been doing fantastic. आपके लिए जो अगस्त का महीना है, it has been very good till now. It's the beginning of the month of August. So we have already completed 7 months in 2023 so quickly, right? So people who are constantly working on their career, they keep on looking at the calendar that during this year, what are the things they thought that they'll be achieving as far as their career is concerned, and till now, how much they could able to achieve. I'm sure कुछ लोग बहुत ज्यादा कैरियर ओरिएंटेड होते हैं एंड बहुत ज्यादा गोल ओरिएंटेड होते हैं. वो लोग हर साल के लिए अपना एक गोल ठीक करते हैं, राइट? दैट ड्यूरिंग दिस पर्टिकुलर ईयर मुझे ये सब चीज करना है as far as my career is concerned. And then during the year they keep on assessing that up till how much distance they could able to travel in the progress of their career, which is a very fantastic thing to do. So, दोस्तों, before I start for today, as usual, I'm requesting you in case you have any comments, any personal stories to share on the topic that we're going to talk today. Feel free, go ahead, comment section में जाके आप अपना comment type कर सकते हो. आप अपना जो भी story है, personal story related to the topic, उसको share कर सकते हो यहाँ पे, and I'll be showing live your comments on the screen. In case there are things which we can discuss, that will be a fantastic thing. Okay, so with that, we will start today's session. Before I start the session, आपके लिए ये question: is career growth is दो बार लिख दिया मैंने all about good education. कहने का मतलब ये है कि आपको लगता है that if you have good education, you will be achieving growth in your career. Is it that education is the only thing which helps you growing in your career? I'm sure you know the answer of this particular question, and if I keep in that particular situation, obviously मैं तो बोलूँगा कि नहीं, right? Because education ही सब कुछ नहीं होता. हाँ, education बहुत important होता है, but it is not everything. Now, when we talk about education, हमारा जो स्कूल कॉलेज का जो एजुकेशन है, I'm talking about that. That is not everything. Otherwise, throughout the life, we keep on learning. हमारा जो एजुकेशन है वो कभी भी खत्म नहीं होता, होना नहीं चाहिए. You keep on learning on a daily basis. So that way, education is always with you. But even after that, apart from that, also there are so many other things which are also important, which helps you grow in your career. Now, the second question that I have for you is that do you think your outside of office personality, whether that impacts your career? ऑफिस के बाहर जो आपका पर्सनालिटी है, वो पर्सनालिटी आपके कैरियर को इम्पैक्ट करता है क्या? क्या लगता है? This may be different for different people. For some people, it might not make any impact. For some other people, it may make a lot of impact. And for many, it may be somewhere in between. थोड़ा सा impact, थोड़ा सा नहीं impact, so on and so forth. But this question is very important because this question we are coming to the topic that we are going to discuss today. हमारा आज का जो टॉपिक है ये this is related to outside your office. We are actually talking about ऑफिस के बाहर जो आपका visibility है उसको किस तरह से आप बढ़ा सकते हो. And we are going to talk about 5 tips, 5 ways in which you will be able to increase your visibility outside your office. Well, sounds interesting, isn't it? So अंदर जाते हैं फिर हम लोग समझते हैं कि whether the topic is how much interesting, what is there for you to learn today. Now, first of all, let us look into this particular question. Okay, what is the meaning of visibility? And वो भी ऑफिस के बाहर visibility का मतलब क्या है? What is the meaning of that? आपको क्या लगता है? कमेंट पे लिख के बताइए कि outside the office का visibility as per you is this thing. Okay. Now, I'm going to share what I think outside office visibility is. So, in the way I look at it, I think that outside office visibility is actually sum total of all of these things. Extent to which you are known and recognized by people outside of your immediate work team or department. Now, along with that, I will also add outside your organization. So, outside your working space का मतलब कभी-कभी within the organization के भीतर भी हो सकता है. For example, if you are in sales, outside your sales department, how other departments look at you, right? That will also impact your career. But we are going one step ahead of this. What we are actually talking about is outside your organization, the visibility that you create, whether that visibility is important in your career or not. And that's the visibility that we're going to talk about today. So that outside visibility, it actually includes so many things. It includes your reputation. It includes your net worth not in terms of your monetary net worth, but the net worth in terms of your values, in terms of your overall character, personality, etc. And your ability to influence others. These are the things which we are going to talk about when we are touching upon the subject of your visibility outside the organization. Now, before we go into the 5 tips which you can use to improve your visibility outside the organization, let us first of all look into कि विजिबिलिटी जरूरी है क्या? अगर है तो किस लिए जरूरी है? आपको आउटसाइड द ऑफिस विजिबिलिटी किस लिए बनाना है? Why you need to concentrate on making your visibility outside the organization? So we are going to talk about 3 reasons why it is important. Um, so the 3 reasons why outside the office visibility is important for your career growth. The first one, the first reason why it is important is this: it actually helps you get noticed by decision makers and possibly land you in your dream job. आउटसाइड द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, आप अगर किसी दूसरे कंपनी में, आपका कोई एक ड्रीम कंपनी है, ड्रीम जॉब है दैट यू वांट टू जॉइन इन, people need to see you. So when you increase your visibility outside the organization, possibly some decision makers in another organization will be watching you, will be able to see you, and that way they might be able to offer you something, some opportunity in their organization, and you will end up getting your dream job in a dream organization. Isn't it so? The second reason why it is important to increase your visibility outside the organization is this: it can boost your credibility and authority in your field. आप जो भी फील्ड में काम कर, marketing, sales, HR, logistics, whatever it is, if you have increased visibility in the outside world, outside your organization, आपका आपके सब्जेक्ट के ऊपर जो credibility and authority है वो बढ़ा देता है, right? That is so true, right? You might have seen so many examples of these particular cases. People whom we recognize as successful leaders, successful managers, successful entrepreneurs. How do we know them? Do we go to their office to ask people कि ये जो आपका मैनेजर है वो कैसा मैनेजर है, ये जो आपका लीडर है कैसा मैनेजर है? Do you go inside your office and ask? No, we don't. We know about them by the way they are known outside, by their popularity outside, by what people talk about them. That's how we know them. That's how we start respecting them, even though they are from a different organization. And the third reason why it is important is I seem to have a network issue. Just give me some time. Okay, so there is a network challenge that I was facing. Okay, so the third reason that we are talking about why your visibility outside the organization is important is it can open up new opportunities for networking and collaboration. So when you increase your visibility outside the organization, you may actually get in touch with people, various people from your work area, and that way a lot of new opportunities may come on your way, right? You met somebody from another organization, and then that person, when you're talking to that person is actually talking about an opportunity that is available somewhere else, and you might be interested in that opportunity. So, by making your visibility outside the organization and by networking with people, you might get a new opportunity in your career to grow. Yes. Okay, so sorry for that small disturbance in the network. Let's now jump into the 5 tips which we have been talking about, we are waiting about. Now, these 5 tips are related to certain things that you should start doing on immediate basis in case अगर आपको लगता है कि आपका visibility outside the organization बढ़ाना जरूरी है. क्यों जरूरी है that we already talked about. We talked about 3 reasons why it is important to increase your visibility outside the organization. And let me just repeat once again all those 3 points, 3 reasons. Number one, we say that it can help you get noticed by decision makers of another company and can give this situation, this opportunity can actually give you your dream job. The second reason why it is important is that it can boost your credibility and authority in your field. And the third reason we say that it can open up new opportunities because when you network with others, because of collaboration, you might get some new opportunities. Well, now the 5 tips to improve your visibility outside your office, outside your workplace, and thereby how to grow in your career. Ready? So the first one, what you can do. The first one is you can volunteer for professional organizations. अच्छा इसका मीनिंग क्या होता है इसको किस तरह से किया जाता है ये क्यों जरूरी होता है to improve your visibility. Now, why it is important and how it is done. The first thing that you need to do is you need to find relevant professional organizations. ऐसे professional organizations आपको देखने पड़ेंगे, ढूंढने पड़ेंगे जिसके साथ आप associated हो सकते हैं. Try to get associated with those committees and try to get associated with the events that are conducted by this kind of professional organizations. And when it is possible, try to network with new people, right? In the professional organizations, well, depending on the field that you are working in, depending on the department, depending on your job role, there are different types of professional organizations that are there, right? If you're an HR person, there will be HR organizations, professional organizations. who may conduct a lot of events, etc. So you can get in touch with them, discuss with them how to become a volunteer in those organizations. And that way, it can help you to increase your visibility outside your organization. What is the second thing you can do? The second thing could be active on social media. You will say, well, I don't like social media. So there are many reasons for not liking social media. Sometimes it may eat away all your precious times of the day. So it can be very much counterproductive. So that's why social media sometimes people consider it's not a good thing. Well. When we talk about social media is not a good thing, social media is also a good thing provided you know how to utilize it. Provided you know what to look for in the social media, when to look, from where to look for, provided you know that social media is very good. Now, the way you can utilize the social media for your own benefit is you need to select the right platform. There are so many different social media platforms. हर प्लेटफॉर्म हर एक चीज के लिए एप्लीकेबल नहीं है. Depending on what exactly you want to achieve, depending on in which field you want to grow your visibility outside your organization, outside your work area, accordingly you should choose that particular social media. And once you choose that, you need to post valuable content and also interact with others who are who comes from the similar field. For example, if you are a salesperson and you get into a particular social media, which is a very good platform for a lot of sales-minded people, they actually come there, they are there, and they are sharing a lot of content related to sales. So that particular social media can be a very good opportunity for you to also network with like-minded salespeople outside your organization. The third thing that you can do to improve your visibility outside the organization, तीसरा चीज क्या कर सकते हो? तीसरा चीज, again, you can write some articles, blog posts, so on and so forth on your subject. Now, इसके लिए, what you can do, first of all, you need to identify relevant topics. कोई भी चीज के ऊपर जाके blog post लिखना चालू मत कीजिए. It should be written on a topic which is relevant to you. Don't write things which are not relevant, because this will do a damage on your visibility. It will not do any good. It will damage your visibility outside the organization. For example, you are a highly professional person. You want to talk about how to develop your leadership capabilities. When you go to social media, you start talking about politics and you put a lot of content related to politics. Is that going to help you to become a good leader? Is that going to help you to grow your visibility as a good leader outside the organization? I think not. So it has to be relevant. And then put a high quality content and also try to promote your content. The way to promote your content, well, different subject, there are so many ways to do it. But a simple thing that you can do is that you share your content with other like-minded people and also comment on the content that they are also sharing with you. Right? It's a give and take situation. So that is the third thing that you should be doing to grow your visibility outside the organization. चौथा, 4 नंबर में आप क्या कर सकते हैं? Well, 4 नंबर में आपको अगर अपॉर्चुनिटी मिले, अगर आपको मौका मिले, then in industry events try to speak. Now, किस तरह से आप कर सकते हो ये? Few suggestions from my side would be these. First of all, find relevant events which are related to you, your career, your roles, responsibilities, your skills, your strengths, right? And then check with the organizers, okay, whether you are a good fit to be a speaker over there. And provided organizers are okay, then आप अपना प्रपोजल डालिए उनको कि मैं इस टॉपिक के ऊपर बात करना चाहता हूँ, चाहती हूँ, right? That's how you may get an opportunity. Now, sometimes it might happen, you might not get an opportunity. दुखी मत होइए अगर आपको स्पीकिंग का अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं मिलता है, then you just participate in that event and network with like-minded people. Sometimes some people say that क्या जरूरत है उसमें 1000 रुपया देना पड़ेगा मुझे, but that 1000 रुपया will can bring a lot of value, much more than that 1000 rupees. My dear friends, networking is invaluable. When you network with the right minded people, with the right set of people, it can help boosting your career to a great extent. तो इसको कम मत समझिए, उसके लिए थोड़ा सा अगर पैसा भी खर्चा करना हो to be a part of a professional event, go ahead and do this. Use that opportunity just to mingle and network with the right type of people who can impact in your career. So we come to the fifth tip, पांचवा tip जो आपके लिए है, which you can utilize to grow your visibility outside your organization. What is that fifth tip? Become a mentor. Okay, how do I become a mentor? Mentor में क्यों बनूं? किसका बनूं mentor? Well, yes, identify people who may learn something from you, right? There are so many people in the world who are actually looking for a right mentor और उनको नहीं मिल रहा है। वो लोग सीखना चाहते हैं एक ऐसे इंसान से जिनके पास तजुर्बा ज्यादा है, जिनके पास नॉलेज ज्यादा है, पर उन लोगों को सीखने का मौका नहीं मिल रहा because they are afraid of approaching. You can be the person who can actually offer that you are. There are various ways of doing it. If you are using social media, on the social media, you can mention that I am available for mentoring. Let people know that you are available for mentoring. अगर लोग जानेंगे नहीं तो लोग आपको अप्रोच क्यों करेंगे? The other way of doing it is, in case you can get in touch with some educational institutes, go to them, tell them that for your students, I am available to mentor them. जब आप mentoring करते हो, apart from you increasing your own visibility in the outside world, you are also doing a good service to the society, and that's all of our responsibility, isn't it? हम लोग जितना भी सीखे हैं, we should consider ourselves very fortunate and lucky and blessed to get that opportunity to learn something in this life. बहुत लोग सीखना चाहते हैं, उनको सीखने का मौका नहीं मिलते, जानते हैं, राइट? सीखना चाहते हैं, पैसा नहीं है, नहीं सीख पाते, अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं है, नहीं सीख पाते. Good that we got that opportunity. We are lucky. So if you are lucky, if you got that opportunity, it becomes our responsibility to give it back in whatever way possible by you. And the best way to give it back is to mentor somebody else who can be benefited to your knowledge sharing. Okay, so that's all that I wanted to share today, because today we discussed about topics outside your organization and why not only within the organization but outside your organization, the type of person you are is also going to impact your growth, your career growth. So don't neglect that particular personality, that particular part of you as an individual, you as a professional. Use that outside the work part of your personality also thoughtfully so that it can help you improve your visibility, and in turn it will help you to grow quickly, grow faster. So that's what I wanted to share with you. In case you have joined late in today's talk, feel free to watch the replay video, which will be available very soon. And once you go through the entire video, I would like to know from you कि आपको कौन सा part सबसे बढ़िया लगा, and go ahead and put it in the comment section which particular part was more you feel associated with, you feel more connected with. Let me know putting it on the comment section. So that's all, friends, I have for today, and go ahead and win the game, be successful in whatever career dream, whatever career goal that you have. go ahead and win the world. In case you find it effective, then my request would be just click the share button, share it with your friends, colleagues, etc. Let somebody else also get benefited from it. Thank you so much for your presence, whether your presence here is live or your presence here is through the recorded version. I'm really grateful for showing your love and support to whatever I'm trying to do here. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of Sunday evening. Bye bye.